So first of all, introduction. What is international relation? International relations refers to the study and practice of interaction among countries. These include diplomacy, trade, military alliances, cultural exchanges, and efforts to address global issues like climate change and security. It is also important to Malaysia because international relation is not just about diplomacy for Malaysia. It is essential for national development, economic survival, and political relevance in the global system.
Next, I will be presenting the major theories of international relation. But before we dive into the theories, let us go over the core concept of international relations, the fundamental principles that guide how countries interact on the global stage. First, we have sovereignty, the right of a nation to govern itself independently without interference from external forces. Next, we have diplomacy, which refers to the peaceful resolutions of international issues and the building of relationship through negotiation and dialogue. We also have international law, a set of global rules and norms that regulate the behavior of states, helping to promote order, stability, and accountability in the international system. And finally, there is interdependence, a concept that highlights how interconnected the world has become, particularly through trade, communication, security cooperation, and shared global challenges. Now, let's take a look at how this concept applies specifically to Malaysia. Malaysia is situated in a strategic location in Southeast Asia, and Malaysia is an active member of several key international organizations, including ASEAN, the United Nations, and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or OIC. The country applies international relations concept in addressing maritime dispute, managing trade, partnership, and fostering global cooperation on issues such as sustainable development and climate actions. Now, let's explore the three major theories of international relations. First, realism. Realism emphasizes power, self-interest, and national security in an anarchic international system. It sees states as rational actors that prioritize survival and sovereignty above all else. In the Malaysia context, realism is reflected in its cautious approach to maritime security, particularly in South China Sea, where the focus is on maintaining sovereignty while avoiding direct conflict through strategic diplomacy. Second, liberalism. Liberalism offers a more optimistic view, highlighting the potential for cooperation among states through institution, shared interests, and interdependence. Malaysia's active role in Asian integration and its commitment to global framework, such as the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Agreement, are examples of how liberalism shapes its foreign policy decisions. Lastly, constructivism. Constructivism argues that the state behavior is shaped not just by material interests, but by identity, culture, and values. Malaysia exemplifies this through its promotion on a moderate Muslim identity under initiatives like the Global Movement of Moderate (GMM) and its active participation in the OIC, reflecting how cultural and ideological values influence foreign policy.
See economic growth through the trade and investment. Malaysia opened the export-driven economy benefit from the global trade and foreign direct investment (FDI). The key agreement like RCEP, Regional Cooperative Economic Partnership, was the largest free trade agreement in the world, covering nearly a third of global GDP. And FDA, Asian Free Trade Area, which deepened economic integration with Southern Asia, have strengthened ties with countries such as China, Japan, South Korea, and Australia. The country is a hub for electronic, automotive, and manufacturing industry that boosting job creation and innovation. A growing economy also has political benefit, enhance the government legitimate, boost voter confidence, and enable the state to allocate more resources for development and public welfare. Malaysia is also diversifying in partnership through the Look West policy that expanded economic ties with the Middle East, African, and Latin America to reduce the overdependence on East Asia. In 2023, Malaysia's economy grew by 3.6% with projection of 5.1%, supported by the investment in renewable energy and digital infrastructure. Despite a drop in FDI to 40,000.4 billion in 2023, The My Digital Initiative is not just a response to decline the FTA, but a forward-looking strategy to build a resilient and future-ready digital economy to aim for regional competitive. Move on to the 3.2 is national security and regional stability. Malaysia's national security is closely linked to a foreign policy and regional relationship. It faces a threat like terrorism, human trafficking, and piracy in the Malacca Strait, and cybercrime. To tackle this, Malaysia relies on regional cooperation through Asian and bilateral agreement with a country like Singapore, Indonesia, the US, and Australia. The country participates in joint military such as a carrot with the US Navy and conduct coordinating patrol in the Malacca Strait to enhance the collective security. In the South China Sea, Malaysia advocated a diplomatic, non-confrontational approach by the supported Asia-led dialogue, the code of conduct, and to maintain the balanced relation with China and the US to promote the regional peace and stability. Malaysia is also active with the counter-terrorism efforts, working with the nations like the US, Australia, and Saudi Arabia. The Southern Asian Regional Center also have a counter-terrorism train for the regional partner, while the national initiative like the MyPCVE focus on rehabilitation and community resilience. Cybersecurity threats are growing more, especially digital and financial crime and infrastructure vulnerability. The Malaysia has participated in Interpol Asian Cybersecurity Desk and has a cybersecurity strategy is 2020 until 2024, which is to strengthen the defenses through the intelligence and public-private partnership.
Next is enhancing Malaysia's global image and reputations. Malaysia strengthened its international reputation by engaging in soft power diplomacy, peacekeeping, and humanitarian efforts. This initiative not only portray Malaysia as a responsible and active global citizen, but also promote its cultural and economic values abroad. For instance, the global movement of moderates showcased Malaysia's commitment to balanced and peaceful approaches to global issues. Participation in UN peacekeeping missions, such as in Lebanon, highlight the country's role in maintaining international stability. Furthermore, Malaysia demonstrates leadership in areas like the halal industries, Islamic finance, and cultural diplomacy, which serve to project a positive and unique Malaysian identity to the world. This effort collectively improve the perception of Malaysia on the global stage and attract partnerships, investment, and international goodwill. Lastly, addressing global challenges through cooperation. Malaysia actively contributes to solving global issues through multilateral cooperation, particularly in areas such as climate change, public health, migrations, and disaster response. This approach reinforces Malaysia's role as cooperative and committed member of the international community. For example, Malaysia supported the global COVID-19 response through participation in the COVAX initiative, achieving a high national vaccination rate of 86% by 2023. In terms of environmental responsibility, Malaysia is a signatory to the Paris Agreement and aims for 70% renewable energy use by 2050 under the National Energy Transition Roadmap. Additionally, Malaysia participates in the Bali process and provides humanitarian aid for Rohingya refugees, showcasing its dedications to human rights and regional stability. This action not only address pressing global challenges but also enhance Malaysia's credibility and leadership internationally.
In conclusion, international relations is not just important to our country, but it is also essential to Malaysia's progress, driving economic growth, reinforcing political stability, enhancing its global reputation, and enabling effective cooperation on global challenges, while positioning the nation as a principled and influential player in an increasingly interconnected and multipolar world.